Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip. Welcome to the rapid reaction of the Royal Rumble. It was a little while ago. It has come and gone. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about what went down tonight. I don't know, to be honest. The first three matches are gonna be really iffy because I was doing other things. We had other things happening in the in my world, some personal things that I needed to get done, and then that was also happening. And then the match with Roman and Reign and Roman and Corbin to kick it off. I was having trouble with like the internet service or the things and everything like that. So I didn't see a lot of that. So I have no star ratings. I can't tell you what went down in the matches. I was able to tell you what like like the winners are. So and I can also tell you, like we know this year, I'm going to keep score with my predictions. So we're gonna have my predictions of what went down, and I was actually pretty good. It looks like I actually was pretty good. It looks like so. Sheamus and Shorty G. Sheamus won. I had Sheamus, but that's a win for me. The U.S. title match between Andrade and Alberto Correa. Andrade won. So that's also a point for me because I had Andrade. In the Falls Count where anywhere match, I had Roman Reigns and I won that one. So that one was pretty good. I also, when I made my predictions, I also made a prediction that I couldn't see Roman Reigns winning both his match and the Royal Rumble match, and that came to fruition as well. I will let you know who won, and I also get that match correct as well. So, but the first match I was able to actually watch in full without having a bunch of the other stuff happening was the women's Royal Rumble match, and that was with um so that came on right after the Reigns Falls Count Anywhere match, and this one was pretty good. This one was pretty good. So there was some interesting things going on there. I like the fact that we had Bliss and Bianca Belair, and they were really doing things. They were really, making Bianca Belair a star. Now, I think that was probably because they were going to um, push her for the Takeover Portland match that she has with Rhea Ripley to make her feel like an even bigger threat to Rhea Ripley's title than she really is. But she was fantastic. She was, she eliminated the most in ever in the 3 years of the Royal Rumble. Eliminated seven, so that was good. There was some good stuff there. I think Mighty Molly was number three. She came out. She was a surprise entrant. So there was some real fun stuff there with that. Nikki Cross came out at four, and of course we had the Nikki Cross Alexa Bliss team together. And I actually think that was when both Royal Rumbles tag teams working together. I think was a good fit, right? Because they shouldn't want to just as much as you say, well, it's respect. You can also see that, well, let's work together and get down to us at the final two. And I think that's so. I like the fact that Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross didn't turn on each other. Neither did Fire and Desire. I really did. I really did like that. And at one point in the match, like I said, there was some things, and Mandy Rose came out, and Mandy Rose was she came out. She's had this thing with Otis, and at one point, I forget who it was, but she gets like hit, and knocked. She falls off the apron, falls onto the apron, and then rolls off. And they shot it perfectly. They shot it from the hard camera so that you can see it. But then when they cut to a camera on the floor, and here's Mandy Rose laying on Otis. And it is a fantastic shot. It really is. It is a fantastic shot of what fantastic shot. It was perfectly well, perfect spot, the spot of the night. It was well done. And really good things. Then we had Beth Phoenix come back, and match kind of involved around Beth Phoenix. At some point, she took a nasty hit on the back of her head, and she was bleeding in the back of her head, and she was bleeding very bad because her blonde hair turned orange. So you definitely could see that there was a spot there. So it was some real cool stuff in this women's Royal Rumble match. It was really good. Charlotte Flair turned out to be the winner. There was no Ronda Rousey. Shayna Baszler was in it. She was the final entrant. Um, yeah, so there was no real. And now that I think about it, talk about Beth Phoenix. I talked about tag teams sticking together, but the tag teams were, but the tag team of Beth Phoenix and Natalia turned on each other. That was from the first Royal Rumble when Natalia turned on Beth. Beth turned on Natalia. This one, so it's kind of like what they needed to see. But yeah, Charlotte Flair won. The ending was kind of different because the way they were doing it, it probably needed to be a little bit more because it just seemed like that all Shayna needed to do was like flip, you know, but she waited so long to do so, it kind of just didn't seem correct. So, but no matter what, Charlotte Flair won, and she wins the women's Royal Rumble match. I had Shayna Baszler winning it, but Charlotte Flair wins. But I had said that they kind of made it like it was just like the women's Royal Rumble match was all about Charlotte Flair because really that's what they did. They kind of just made it like that. So it really was. It's not a surprise that Charlotte Flair won. So it's just all they needed to be. So, um, yeah, yeah, that's what I gotta say. But that Charlotte Flair wins. So good on Charlotte Flair. She now will go on to face either the Raw Women's Champion or the SmackDown Women's Champion. So we'll have to see who it is, you know, after everything that goes down. What did I have down here? I had it as 4 stars. I thought it was really, really, I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Um, Next one was the SmackDown Women's Title match between Bayley and Becky Lynch, and she she was Bayley came out looking downtrodden and everything like that. Now I'm not sure if that was because of the news earlier in the day with the deaths of tragic passing of Kobe Bryant. She put out on Twitter um, that she was that when she played basketball, she modeled her game after um, you know after Kobe. So I don't know if she was doing that or what she was doing, but the one thing differently she did was that she wore the thing around her waist. She has been wearing it like kind of like kitty corner across her chest. And allegedly the reason why she was doing that is because with her new clothing and everything like that, and what it has done, where it has Bay and then Lee. When she wears it on her around the thing, it says go down the line AEW. So they didn't do it, but she wore it on her race tonight. Um, Lacey Evans was there, and she had a good one. So was her daughter. Her daughter was there in the crowd, and she was there to do her grinning and everything. So that's what happened with that. The match was okay. It was formulaic. Heel gets the greatest stuff. Gets the thing, and then you get babyface comeback, and I'll say this, a very interesting way to end it too, because um, it's not all matches need to end with the finisher, and what it was Lacey Evans went for her springboard moonsault, where she goes from the second rope, turns and flips to the top, and then does a moonsault. She did that, but she got caught up. Bailey got her feet up, so she landed on Bailey's feet, and Bailey went and cradled her for the victory, for the pinfall. So I thought that was a perfect way to do so. Yeah, it doesn't need to end with the finisher. She doesn't need to hit that whatever that shitty knee thing she's been doing lately. So you know, it's just all about or the Bailey to belly, whatever the hell it is, or the elbow. She actually hit the elbow drop, but she Lacey kicked out of it. So whatever it was what it was. I had it at 2.5 stars. Bailey wins. So we'll see what goes on now. And then next we had the Raw. We had the Universal title between the Fiend and Daniel Bryan in a strap match. First of all, no red light, so that's good. No red light. I think they realized that red light was unrealistic. I don't think that needed to happen. There was no need for that. There's been no need for the last couple times, so um, it was what it was. And I'm sorry I got a little bit distracted. I got the WWE 24th thing happening from last year's WrestleMania in New York, and they're doing the thing, and I saw the Undertaker in the background standing behind Vince at the gorilla position. So that's just I apologize. I got raised up, but yeah. So it you know I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. A lot of welts from the straps all over Daniel Bryan's body and things like that. So and but oh no, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good. They told the story of Daniel Bryan being the underdog and trying to make a name for himself, against the Fiend, showing that the Fiend just can't do what he was doing. And I think another thing I liked about this is that they toned down the unstoppable thing with the Fiend. Where the Fiend was just Fiend would he would kick out of one and everything, and they make this is what I would like to have seen the Fiend. Now the Fiend can be maybe he has increased pain tolerance. They talked about Bray Wyatt said that in one of his Firefly Funhouse videos. Okay, so let him have increased pain tolerance, something like that. But he just shouldn't be he shouldn't be just no selling finishers and no selling moves, anything like that. And that really necessarily didn't happen. It was like a bit of a thing where, Brian jumped off on top of the Fiend and pushed the Fiend, but then the Fiend came back and, came back with a clothesline. That's okay. I think that's perfectly fine. And something like that. And the Fiend kind of did kind of shit. I don't want to say no sell because he did lay down for a little bit, but it took him a while to get up from a Daniel Bryan knee, Daniel Bryan running knee. So I think that's a lot better. If you are, that's the way the Fiend should be. The Fiend should not have been like this, on this unbeatable thing that they've had him being, and that's to me that's not what it needs to be. So, um, but yeah, I think I liked it. And well, I think I liked it. I did like it. And the Fiend won. He beat Daniel Bryan. He got locked on the middle of a claw and then kind of did a choke slam with it and pinch him for the 3 count. I had it at 3 3/4 stars. So it was, like I said, that was really really good. Next we had the Raw Women's title match between Becky Lynch and Asuka. And they put on a nice performance. It was not their last year's Royal Rumble match, but I thought they did a really, really good job. They didn't necessarily tell the story of Becky Lynch, trying to overcome the doubt if she can beat her. She was being her confident self. Um, since I think some really good things happened in the in the match. The finish of the match was they kind of did a thing where Becky ran into the ref, and Asuka was getting ready to shoot her miss, but Becky Lynch kicked her in the gut, causing her to spray her miss as she was, falling backwards. Becky locked on the disarmer, and Asuka tapped out. So now Asuka has um Asuka now has decided to be has, I guess, no, Becky Lynch has her debt, right? She has her debt paid to Asuka. So now we've got Bayley, and Bayley winning the SmackDown match. We got um, Becky Lynch winning the retaining the Raw Women's title match. So I just think that we'll see with Charlotte winning where are we gonna go. And so I hope to see if it's Becky, if it is Becky versus Charlotte, good. We know these women can put on a fantastic show. If somehow Ronda does come back, and she comes back and ends back up in the match, I think that's totally fine as well. I think almost need to see do a do over. I don't think we need to maybe put them in the main event. And it's not saying like they wouldn't have earned it, but I was think just I do think that maybe putting them in the main event, put a little bit put a little too much put up pressure on the ladies, and maybe they went out. They had a pretty good match, but it wasn't the perfect match as they would like. And we also saw that the scene was a little messed up. At the end of the finish, where Ronda's shoulders weren't all the way down. So. But we'll have to see where they go with this now that Charlotte has won. I can't really wait to see what's down with that. So now with that match happening, I gave that 3.25 star. We had the men's Royal Rumble match, and we had there's gonna be Brock Lesnar from number one, and he was going to try to ride through all the way through to number 30 to go the full Monty. I love the way that they did this. I really do love the way they did this, because it was like at one point where they decided to where they had Brock Lesnar number one, and then everybody who came out, he took them out one by one, and then they did a spot where Kofi came out. Kofi was like number 6. And then he fought Kofi for a little bit. Number 7 was Rey Mysterio. So they were kind of doing this thing of like where it's been the people that Brock Lesnar had issues with in the last several months. And then Big E came out, and then Big E got Kofi up. They had rolled to the outside, got Kofi up, got Ray up, and all three decided to jump on him. But it wasn't enough, and Brock Lesnar, came out. Then they did another spot where Shelton Benjamin came out, and then they, Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar they have this friendship that goes back to when they were in OVW, the Minnesota Stretching Crew, and and what they were about. So it was all, it was really fun stuff. He turned on Shelton, then they did everything, and then at some point Keith Lee comes out. And you can see Brock say, "Oh, big boy," So they came out there and did some stuff with Big Lee. The next one was Braun Strowman, and then they came out, and then they going on together, Braun Strowman and Keith Lee, and then Brock Lesnar went and took both of them out, and then Ricochet came out, another guy that's had some issues with Lesnar going back to this past Monday, and he fought for a little while. And then Drew McIntyre comes out, and while they are while they are doing the whole stare down thing, and Brock Lesnar is doing the thing where he's taking off his gloves and everything like that, Ricochet kicks him in the nuts, and then Drew McIntyre runs and claymores him, and Brock Lesnar goes flying over the top rope. And then it's about Drew. It's about Drew McIntyre, and he takes Ricochet and he throws him out. And then, then now it's another whole different rumble. The first part of half of the rumble was about Brock Lesnar's dominance, and then the second half was about Drew McIntyre fulfilling the prophecy of being the chosen one all those years ago. And it was good. We had a great entrance from well, actually doing Brock's stuff. We had a surprise entrance from MVP, which is really good. And then we had Edge come back. The Edge comeback had been rumored for years. Not years, for weeks. And he did come back, and he played a big role in it as well. And we had everything. And for the last half, there was some really, really big names. Some really, really big names coming out. Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, everything like that. Seth Owens was 30. Roman Reigns came out, so. And then once we go through all in the final four is Reigns, Orton, Edge, and Drew. And Edge turns on Orton, throws Orton out. And then Orton and Edge and Reigns fight. And then they're on the apron, and Reigns throws out Edge. And then we get back into the ring, and Drew hits a Claymore and throws out Reigns. And then Drew McIntyre standing on there with the whole world in his hands as the winner of the 2020 Royal Rumble. And it was fantastic, I tell you. It was fantastic. Some people are going to tell you that the first part was boring. No, the first part was epic. And at some point they need to do that. You have two Rumbles now, so you can do that. Whether you're going to do it with the women's or do it with the men's, but at some point they should have somebody start at number one and just be dominant and throw everybody over the top rope. Eliminate everybody. And Brock Lesnar would have been the right person to do it. They wanted to do that with Brock Lesnar. That would have been fine. I was getting ready to say that if they would have done that, it would have been a three-quarter star Rumble. I would have enjoyed the heck out of that. The storytelling of that would have been awesome. But this was even better with what they did in the first half. It was the tale of two Rumbles. I loved it. And it really did come down to that. And Drew McIntyre was the winner. And I picked Drew McIntyre because, I just thought that the way they had been building Drew McIntyre, the last few weeks, and he had came out and he was doing this stick. He called himself one time on Raw the sexy Scotsman or sexy psychopath, something like that. And he had been doing the thing. We've been counting down 3, 2, 1. He had been getting some shine as of late, and I thought that there wasn't, but because of how they wanted the crowd reaction, they wasn't going to just have Reigns win both the match against Corbin and then the Royal Rumble. I just didn't see that happening. So and I didn't think they were going to have Lesnar. Even though it would have been okay if they did, I just didn't think they were going to have Lesnar go the whole way. So then who did that leave? And I think when you take out Reigns and Lesnar, you think about who could win. I really only saw two people that could win, and it was either going to be Drew McIntyre or Baron Corbin. It was either going to be one of those two. Everybody else, I didn't. It would have been okay if they won, but I couldn't see them winning, and I just thought Drew McIntyre had it, and there it was. So it was amazing. I gave it a 4 and a 4.25 star. I thought it was spectacular. I thought tonight was spectacular. Other than some issues having with the internet and the phone here at the house, caused me not to be able to watch the first two matches, and then whatever was going on with the internet during the Roman Reigns match That was also kind of bastardization, but otherwise, I thought it was a really fun show, really fun watch. The Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view. Is my favorite event. It's my favorite match, and I love it because of exactly what happened tonight. Some really great action and great stuff. So really enjoyed it. So yeah, that is my rapid reaction for uh the Royal Rumble 2020. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys thought of anything that you saw tonight. Let me know what you thought about all of the matches. What did you think of them? Did you enjoy them? Did you like the spots? In the Royal Rumble match. What was your favorite, spot in the Royal Rumble tonight? And yeah, just let me know all your thoughts about what went down tonight. So I really thought it was a very special one. Um, and of course, if you like what you see, uh, or if you like what you hear when it comes to my podcast, or if you like what you see when it comes to my Twitch channel, join me on Patreon. Become a patron at patreon.com/AJ Trip. Link is down in the description box below. Become a patron. I have 3 tiers. I have $1, I have $10, and $25 tiers. I know there's been apparently there was some commotion the other day where a Twitch streamer went on a rant about not having people donate in her stream or anything like that, or tip in her stream, give them bits, anything like that, and that kind of upset some people. Um, but here's my thing, and I've said this all the time. And somebody on Twitter also said this too. Just this okay. Um, any type of support that you give me is just it's so appreciative because you don't have to. It's not like that. I'm going to stop doing these things. If you don't, because obviously it hasn't happened. I've been doing this since 20, 2017, February 2017, I think, and I've been doing um this YouTube thing, and it's and look where I'm at. I'm with the subscribers and everything like that. I don't have any patrons. I don't have anything like that. But I'm still going to continue to do these things because I like to do them. And my thing is that if if you feel the need to want to contribute to me doing these videos and me you know gaming on Twitch and me doing podcasts and things like that, and you want to contribute to that, then we offer it to you through our Patreon. Through Patreon, through other things. If bigger subscribers here on YouTube, they have a thing where you can join like I guess like it's a fan club again where it's like you pay something like that. Um, Obviously with Twitch, you can subscribe, monthly and like that. And with my podcast, you can do that with my podcast with Anchor FM. There's like subscription tiers of 99 cents and $4.99 and $9.99. So, and you can choose what you want to choose to pay to support, to support your favorite creators. So, and that's how I feel with this. If you feel the need to support me, I appreciate it. And it doesn't matter, where you do it, what you do it, whether you subscribe on Twitch with Twitch, or you do those bits or anything like that on Twitch. If you are um, subscribing with on the Anchor FM site, and you're subscribing on any one of those tiers, or if you're doing it with Patreon and you are subscribing on Patreon, it's no matter what you give, it's all appreciated. It's all love, and and whoever does, I thank so much. So it's nothing. It's yeah. I would say I'm just so appreciative to be able to do things like this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for just watching this. And I appreciate that. And I've done some. I had a stream rapid reaction I did earlier today for Kobe Bryant. It got a lot of traction, and I did a reaction for rapid reaction for the the crisis on the Earth, and that got some traction as well, a lot of traction. So I appreciate that. Tonight is not been on a high traction night, but that's okay. That's okay, and I'm gonna still continue to do this. And if anybody out there chooses to support me, I appreciate it. I really do. So I just wanted to say that because I know there was some stuff going on the internet I saw about the Twitch streamer who was complaining about that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy AJ Trip signing off. And I just mentioned it. I'm going to end this stream tonight by saying we want to send our thoughts out to the Bryant family and the friends and the NBA family and everybody across the world who was feeling just the emotions of the death of Kobe Bryant, and a sports icon, a Laker legend, an NBA legend, and just wow. And I mentioned it earlier in my reaction. Every death is a tragedy, whether it's the 82-year-old woman who dies in her sleep peacefully, or whether it's the um, baby boy who, for whatever reason, just didn't make it. Who just didn't make it. Was when he came out, when he was born, he just didn't make it. Every death is a tragedy, but sometimes it just feels that with some of these people that we have watched, we have enjoyed their entertainment for so long that it's just almost feels more of a tragedy, especially when you're talking about Kobe Bryant, who's only 41, and his death came out of nowhere. And of course, he also lost his young daughter, Gianna, Gigi, as they called her. She was 13. Um, she was in that helicopter crash as well. And so, yeah, we want to send our thoughts out to not only the Bryant family, but to the families of the other people who were on that plane and who were in that crash. It was another parent and another basketball player as well who was on that helicopter ride. They were going to a baseball practice or a basketball practice or a basketball game. So yeah, we want to definitely send our thoughts out to everybody involved in that humongous tragedy. So my thoughts out to everybody's family and friends, and yeah, I will have more on the Kobe Bryant tragedy later in the week on my podcast as I go through everything that went down, and I'll talk about it again. You can also check my last rapid reaction for um, for that as well. So yeah, that's how we're ending tonight. Thank you guys, and good night.